before we give Liverpool their credit, I got to release this. Man United have to get cooked from top to bottom. Starting with the starting lineup. Ten Hag, boy, I don't know why he insists on playing Rashford out of his best position. If I could literally pick any fullback in the Premier League for Rashford to go up against, it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. I wouldn't want anyone else but him marking Rashford. Teams from 1 to 20. He's the fullback I'm picking to put on Rashford because I think Rashford, the way Rashford moves, his movement, his speed, it's almost a mismatch. But for some reason, Ten Hag, I don't know why, he wants to put him through the middle. I don't know why. That was the biggest mistake. And it cost us. I think it did. And then Weghorst dropping him in a 10, that was a complete failure. It didn't work. He was just out there running. He wasn't doing anything. Anthony looked okay in the first half. He looked okay, looked a threat. He's crossing the ball, retaining the ball, giving us a bit of structure on the right side. So I won't cook him too much on his first half performance. But yeah, for me, Ten Hag got the starting lineup totally wrong. Totally wrong. Yeah, Cass, what do you think?
What can I say? These men are absolute war criminals. They're criminals. Abysmal performance. Honestly, they should all be lined up and just whipped. They shouldn't. They have to walk back home. They can't get the bus. They can't get a plane. They have to walk back home. Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, before we cook the players individually, we have to cook the manager because, like you said, Denz, the whole world, everyone's been saying that Trent's having a shock of a season. Rashidi's having one of his best seasons ever. People are saying Rashidi for Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or Sheedy versus Trent. That was what everyone was expecting. How will Liverpool deal with Rashidi? What does Ten Hag do? Oh, you know what? Liverpool's got their two best centre backs back available. Let's put Rashidi out of position where he's weakest at and let them deal with him. We've got Workhorse. Useless. Crap. That guy is not a Man United player. Now, I've been saying that he's not a United standard player. And people keep saying, oh, yeah, he's a good signing or he's good morale, his vibes. But F the vibes. I don't care about vibes, but this ain't a party. F the vibes, but get that guy out of here. People saying, oh, yeah, we should sign him summertime. He's good. No, man, F that guy. No offense, but F that guy.
No
He's crap. Workhorse is useless. He's rubbish. And the thing is, yeah, I blame him. Not that he was crap. He was invisible. He played invisible 9 today, invisible 10. That was his role. You've put Rashidi as a number 10. You put Bruno as a number on the left. You killed two of our most creative players just to accommodate Workhorse as a 10. And then Fred is playing in the middle of Casemiro. Fred does win big games, but in a game like this where Liverpool's midfield is all about runners. You've essentially played 3 versus 2. Workhorse is not a midfielder. He doesn't know the role. So now you've got Fred and Casemiro isolated versus Henderson, Fabinho, Elliott. These are like to run for fun. Fred and Casemiro getting pulled left and right. There was no cohesion between them. There was nothing. Fred was abysmal. I can't even find the words for it. He was terrible. Casemiro, it hurts me, man, because Sooners was saying how United signed the so-and-so playing Casemiro. He's not that good. They wasted money, 70 million for a player he's just a steady Eddie, he called him. And today Casemiro put in a steady Eddie. Not even a steady Eddie, put in a useless Eddie performance. And it makes Sooners look right.
No. I have to say, yeah, he was saying he was like that at Real Madrid. So Sooners don't know what the fuck he's talking about, to be honest.
No, he doesn't, but the thing is, yeah, Casemiro came and put in worse than a steady Eddie performance. He didn't shut him up. Sooners is grinning, sipping on teeth. I told you, man.
Martinez, I don't think he was that bad. It was just
he wasn't
good. His comrades were not helping.
His comrades let him down, but he wasn't good himself. Martinez, you remember when Messi put flipping Boateng in that pitch when Messi twisted him, sent him into the ditch of hell. That's what Salah did to Martinez. Carragher was in commentary. I told you, man. 5'9". I told you, man. Smiling. He was getting tortured. Luke Shaw. He's been one of our best players this season. But that guy, yeah, we need to call him out. He's crap. He can't stop crosses coming into the box. No.
He played well
Let me
first
finish.
half. First half, he played
Let me
well.
finish. He was crap today. Luke Shaw's a good player. Today he was crap. And the thing is, yeah, with that guy, when you give him too much praise, he starts becoming a bozo. We need to start calling him crap till the end of the season so they start playing well again. Because when you give Luke Shaw praises, that's when we reverse back to bozo mode. Luke Shaw he never ever stops crosses coming into the box. Never. He never prevents. Every time a winger goes against Shaw, I've never seen that guy stop a cross coming into the box. Why? Useless. He played poor. Martial was poor. Varane, even for the first goal, Varane got turned too easily for me. If Maguire gets turned like that, we're getting onto Maguire. That was poor. Dalot was missing. The whole back four, De Gea. What did Drake say to 21? 21. Can you do something for me? DDG, can you save a shot for me? Please, save a damn shot, bruv. Save a shot for me. Bro, how is he getting chipped on his far side? The Gakpo second goal. How?
Oh, yeah.
Do something for me, bro.
The angle's too crazy.
It's too crazy an angle.
Yeah.
I turned it off after 4-0. I was driving. I'm snitching on myself. I was driving while I was watching Allegedly. I was allegedly driving while I was watching the game, innit? When it went 4, I nearly crashed. I was like, no, I'm not going to kill myself because of these, man. That's my phone, brother. Like, F these, man. These men are criminals. It was a poor performance. And people saying it was a bad day at the office. Nah, a bad day at the office is 3-0. This was I hate my manager and I'm going to resign because my manager said your work wasn't good enough. These man just threw in the towel. You saw Bruno where he was chasing and then he just stopped running. And then he pretended he pulled a muscle over. Like, oh, little rat. He's crap. I've been saying it for time. Bruno is crap. He's useless. And the thing is, if Maguire did that, I'm not here to defend Maguire because he's useless. He's crap. But if he did that, as captain of United, we would be killing them, saying, look at Harry Maguire, the captain of Man United, blah, blah. Bruno Fernandes was our captain today. Abysmal, terrible, useless. That was criminal settings. He should not get away with that. And I've been saying, I don't rate Bruno, people like his agenda. I don't care for his agenda. Bruno is not good enough. Yeah, he gets the stats, but Bruno is a footballer. He's not intelligent enough. And I've been saying we can't accommodate unintelligent footballers because Rashidi, he's getting the stats, but he's not an intelligent footballer. He's not good enough as a footballer, but he gets the stats. And you got Bruno as well getting the stats, but he's not a good enough footballer. We've got too many of these players that are not good enough footballers that we're carrying. And the last few games, United haven't played well, but the good teams haven't like West Ham. Against West Ham, we didn't play well, but they couldn't capitalize. Against Newcastle, we were poor, but they couldn't do much. But we finally played against a team who were hungry, and this wasn't even capitalized. This was cannibalism. They ate us. And the things here, Liverpool at Anfield is a test that United have failed to pass over and over and over again. We can't win at Anfield. Even at the best of times, we can't win. In our prime, when we had Vidic and Ferdinand as centre backs, remember when Torres was killing us 4-1? Vidic would get sent off every game against Torres. We couldn't beat them at Anfield. And it's just history repeating itself. And there's a stat going out on social saying that Liverpool have a 29-2 aggregate at Anfield against United. Do you know how mad that is? It's crazy. It's embarrassing. This is a Liverpool team who people are saying they're done. Liverpool's over, and they just cooked us 7-0. 7-0. It's mad. It's a disgrace. The one thing I would say is that these men have been on an emotional high the last few games. Against Barcelona, that was a big game. They won, emotional high. And then they had the game against Newcastle 3 days later, another emotionally charged game, which they won. So you could say mental and physical fatigue. You could use that because in the last 10 days, we played 4 games. Liverpool hasn't played that many games as us. We played 4 games in 10 days. So yeah, fatigue is a real thing, but that was inexcusable, that performance. That was inexcusable. Against your rivals, Klopp is going to be smoking that United pack, man, till his system's cloudy. But they're going to have to check his lungs in the morning. I didn't even know what to say, man. That was poor.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. And Man United just have to put this game behind them and bounce back as soon as. This was humbling. it was really humbling, because if you look at the squad, most of these, like we were saying last week, most of these players are some of these same players that we were saying that we don't want anymore. They need to move. They're dead weight. So we kind of need to remember that. We still got players like McTominay, Fred. People were talking about Fred out last season.
Now, Fred was like one of our better players last season, but I think with, you know what, Sabitzer, is he bad in training or something? Because when McTominay is coming on and not you, after the performance Fred has had, if people say we should sign Sabitzer, if he's not good enough to come on before McTominay, don't sign him. It's a waste of 20 million. If we're going to sign him and he can't get on before McTominay, I don't want him. And
it's a squad player.
I don't want him as a squad player, because if he can't come on from the bench ahead of McTominay, he's not good enough. SP, you're muted.
Is that his ability or Ten Hag's weird sub? It just might be just a weird sub from Ten Hag.
I don't know, but for me,
because that don't make sense either. That decision to bring on McTominay ahead of Sabitzer, because
he was 3-0. Man United were 3-0 down. That's probably
he's trying to close. Just shut.
But then he still brought in Sabitzer, I swear.
No, he didn't come on.
Yeah, I think he came on.
He came on at the end. Yeah, he still came on anyway.
Yeah.
To do what?
So what was the point of all that? But
McTominay came on for his legs, basically.
I still feel like once he reached 3-0, you got to drop Weghorst and drop another man in midfield to make it 3 against 3 midfield.
He did. He took off Weghorst and Fred and brought on flipping who was it?
Garnacho
and Scott.
Yeah, but he took off Fred, so he put Scott in where Fred is, and he put Rashford still up top and Garnacho on the left.
Yeah, but then Bruno would have pushed back into the middle.
No, I mean, I'm saying Bruno has to play either side him, so it'd be a 3 rather than 4-2-3-1. Because Bruno's first mentality is attack. Let me try to score a goal. Sometimes you need to be sit next to Casemiro and just defend properly for 20 minutes. But
the thing is, it's a horrible defeat. But when you put into the context of the season, you have to remember we're still rebuilding, we're still coming back, new manager, and I would take this defeat and keep the run we've been on the last several months. If you told me you're going to lose to Liverpool 7-0, but you're going to win the League Cup, you're going to be third in the Premier League, and you're going to be enjoying your manager, I would take it. This is a humbling and horrible defeat, but it's not the worst thing. We're still 3 points, and we're still 4 points ahead of Spurs, and Spurs lost this weekend. Newcastle lost, so we're comfortably in top 4. So I'll still take this result and be where we're at now. But this is a humbling experience, and these men need to wake up. They need to wake up, because like people saying Liverpool were down and out, and they came and beat us 7-0. So
yeah, I think that's the takeaway. That it's a humbling experience, and it's a reality check in terms of where Man United really are. Because this is the second time this has happened. 6-0 against City, 7-0 against Liverpool. So yeah.
To be fair to you guys, sorry, just cut in. Liverpool are monster at Anfield, especially for a big game, in a night game with the lights on. Nobody wants it in Liverpool except for Real Madrid. That's the only team that can hack Liverpool, even at any state, in the last I don't know how many years, but last 5-6 years.
Last 4 years, yeah, they're the only ones that beat them.
To that kind of fashion too, and how many times have they lost at home in the last 5-6 years? Once or
they're picking up form at the right time, and they've got Arsenal next, I believe. No. Anfield. They got you soon though at Anfield.
Boy, no.
So let's not laugh too soon, innit?
I haven't laughed.
You could be sat here saying, "Raw."
If you give me a 2-0 loss right now, boy, I might just take it.
I thought it was going to take a young 2-0. I was like, yo, if Liverpool beat us 2-0, yeah, we're still third. It's all good, blah, blah. But 7 goal difference eradicated. It's just, it's mad. It's humbling, but it's going to wake these men up.
Yeah.
And that's the only blessing. And the Glazers might decide, you know what, these men are rubbish. We want to sell at last. So you never know, man. Might be a blessing in disguise, but
yeah,
there's nothing good to say about that performance today. Nothing good.
Yeah, just going through the team. I think like we said, Ten Hag got it wrong. I think we talked about him. And Weghorst, not good enough. People talking about, he's good for the structure of the team. No, we need a striker that scores goals. We need a shooter like Ja. We need someone.
That bozo.
You mean Avon Boxtel?
Fam. That idiot, bro.
We need someone who's a threat to centre backs. So that's one positive. I guess one thing I can take out of this, that people can stop this stupid talk about Weghorst. He's good for the team and all that bullshit. He's just not good enough. So let's put that to bed. And like you said, El Caps, Bruno Fernandes, for him to be begging to be subbed off is unacceptable. Take that shit like a man. You're the captain, so-called captain of the team. Take it like a man. Be smart enough to see, okay, this is a game we're not going to win, so let me drop back and help out Fred, help out Casemiro, help out McTom. Instead of keep trying to bomb forward and get a goal. There comes a point where you know you're not going to win the game. You just have to stop conceding. The same thing happened against Man City. The same thing happened. We went 2 or 3-0 down and we're still trying to score. And we got counted from a corner and they scored the 4th goal. The same thing happened today.
That's why Bruno, your point is a great one. That's why Bruno can't be captain, because our captain's mentality is, let me stat pad. Not how can we be damage limitation? How can we limit the damage that we're... it's like a leaking car. Your car's leaking. And you're saying to yourself, let me try and go as fast down the motorway as possible, even though my engine oil is leaking. I'm not going to try and stop and manage my damage. I'm going to go as fast as possible and see where it takes me. When your car blows up, it's like, I tried. At least I tried to get to my destination. It's madness. We can't. Yeah. He can't be a captain moving forward because his mentality. He speaks well, all of that stuff. Yeah, but his mentality is bozo. You can't be 3-0 down and decide, you know what, I'm going to be trying to spam crosses and spam shots. You can't.
Hopefully, maybe, I don't know if it can change or not, but this mentality of, I got mine. That shit needs to stop.
He's a stats merchant.
That shit needs to stop, because that is not a captain of a championship winning team.
Of any team. That shouldn't be a captain of any team.
Yeah, that shit needs to stop immediately. Ten Hag needs to put him to the side and be like, listen, all that bullshit, put that shit to the side, because that's not it. I'll say that. He needs to be called out for that 100%.
Because look at Arsenal with Aubameyang. Aubameyang, he was all about his. What did the manager do? He pulled him aside. Got rid of him. As good as Aubameyang was all about his. He didn't really care about if Arsenal won or not. He's all about getting his stats in. He pulled him aside, gave the captain to someone else, a younger guy. And now look, they're top of the league. Got rid of Aubameyang. He can't even play for Chelsea no more. Bruno, I know some people out there love this guy, but I think we need to sell him. For me, it's a glaring position that we need to remedy. Bruno needs to go. He's not good enough as United's number 10, because he's not. It's hard to say he's not creative because he gets the stats. The stats will argue against me to say he's not creative, but he spans about 10 Hollywood passes and he might pull one off. His hold up play, his link up play with the football is not good enough. That's why every time we need to sacrifice a position, Bruno's the one that gets shafted, because the managers recognize that he's not good enough on the ball.
I hear your point. And in terms of the whole stats thing, some of the all-time greats in that midfield position, if you look at their stats, they're not getting crazy assists. So stats are not everything. So I agree with you on that point. But I personally think with Bruno, he does waste the ball a bit too much. He gets too many turnovers, but I personally think Man United should get someone in midfield that compensates that. He gets a lot of turnovers, so Man United should get someone that is an expert at retaining the ball to balance it out. That's what I personally think. Like we were saying earlier, that mentality needs to stop. Do I think Man United should sell him? No, I personally don't think so. And in terms of the whole position thing, you're right. He does get shifted. I think he can get shifted because wherever he is on the pitch, he's going to do the same thing anyway. whether he's on the right, left, through the middle, he's going to look forward and try and play the killer ball. So it doesn't matter where he is. So I think that's why Ten Hag is willing to shift him anyway.
We need to go into flipping Sancho. We need to go onto him because how bad must you be? All this personal problems and mental health, bro. Nah, man, I don't want to hear that crap no more. You're out here taking babes to Dubai. You're doing the most. You can't run. You're puffing after 10 minutes. You're a professional footballer getting 350k. You're puffing breathless after 10 minutes. Come on, man. We have to play workhorse as a number 10 because Sancho can't last 10 minutes on the pitch. We need to stop babying these man. Bro, Sancho needs to go as well. If this is how he wants to play football, go back to Germany. I can't do this, bro. We're paying you all that money. But we were getting into Pepe, 72 million, blah blah. Pepe did more than Sancho has done. If Sancho did half as much as Pepe did, I'd be happy.
I will say
we need to shift him.
Like I will say, where are you? Because it is unacceptable. These are the games that you should be playing, but I think Ten Hag saw the intensity of the game, was like, this is not for Sancho.
Which is an indictment on him as a player.
It is. He needs to be on that pitch. I can't think of an excuse. I don't think he was unfit. I don't think he was injured. He needs to be on that pitch. And the fact that he wasn't on the pitch and people like Scott McTominay, Sabitzer, and these men are getting on the pitch. Garnacho is getting on the pitch.
Garnacho, a kid as well.
This kid is getting on the pitch. And you're chilling on the bench. There's something wrong there.
He's the Ben Simmons equivalent.
No, I wouldn't take it that far.
I'm taking it because he's Ben Simmons.
What I will say is
hell of a lot of money, no stats, not doing much.
Some players are comfortable being on the bench. They're comfortable, not that they don't want to play, but they're comfortable being on the bench. Other players, they really want to play. They really want to work hard to play. If someone's playing ahead of them, they're gonna get themselves into that team. For example, if you look at Bruno, if Bruno is ever to be benched, you know from his way he plays, his personality, he's not going to be happy with that. You know he's not going to have it. Whereas other players, we've even had them at Arsenal, they're okay being on the bench. They're okay not having to fight for their position. And you kind of get that vibe from Sancho.
100%, I agree. He's getting his 350.
Because at this point, he should be more of a headache to keep Sancho out of the team.
Exactly.
It should be at least a headache. We're not saying you have to start. You should be thinking, how can we drop Sancho too?
Call me insensitive.
It should be a debate.
Yeah, call me insensitive, but like at this point, we need you to start making an impact. No,
it's not insensitive.
Regardless of what's happened in the past year, we need you to start making an impact. Sorry.
Because look at us, man, we all do 9 to 5, right? After a while, you think our manager's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know what, whatever's going on with you, you can disregard your work that we pay you good money for. Yeah, whenever you feel like working or whenever you feel good enough to work, it's okay, but we're still gonna pay you. After 4 or 5 months, after a month, your team's gonna be looking to get rid of you because like, hold up, we're paying you all this money, we've given you time off to try and work on yourself and get yourself better. Come back and do something. It's not a mental health thing. No one's come out and said anything about mental health. It's all hush hush. We're seeing him in Dubai doing that babe trips. He's coming and played as well. So what is it?
I think to be honest, he's not of the level, in my opinion. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester. For what Manchester United need right now, he's not good enough to be an established, consistent pro.
We need to sell him because
level, he's not good enough.
Because you think about it, so then.
No, I was just gonna say there's a reason why City got rid of him, to be honest. There's a reason. If he was this top player worth 77 million, Man City wouldn't have sold him. I can't think of one Man City player, one Man City youngster that has been sold that has come back and just blown everyone away. I can't think of one.
And the thing is, with Sancho as well, when you say to a Man United fan, pick your best 11, no one's trying to put him in that best 11, which is a travesty. People should be thinking, right, Sancho is in our best 11. No one's trying to put him. He was brought to be our right midfielder. No one's putting him there ahead of Anthony. And Anthony ain't been that good. On the left, you're not putting him ahead of Rashidi. You would have thought number 10, but number 10 when he comes on, he doesn't really do much.
Is he even ahead
He's
of
not 9.
Garnacho? Is he even ahead of Garnacho?
Exactly. Because right
That's
now
the
I'd rather
one.
have
That's the
Garnacho
one.
than I'd rather have Garnacho play than Sancho.
Sancho can have a good career at Man United being the first off the bench. He can. There's no problem with that. But he's not
No,
that at the moment. Not even
he,
Garnacho.
no, Sancho cannot be the off the bench player because he's just going to get lazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he needs to be somewhere where he's the man and they're relying on him, and that's not at. It's not at Manchester United. Wherever it's going to be, I just don't see it happening at Manchester United. I can't see the turnaround for him to come from where he's now to be one of Man United's most important players. Is it really going to happen? No, I don't think so. Saying that, I think we need to be ruthless.
You need to sell him.
Yeah, it's not worked out. I think we should just sell him, to be honest.
Sell him. Because especially if we're going to get new ownership, sell him. And he'll help out with our financial fair play thing as well. We need money. Sell him. Another one that needs to be got at is Martial. Again, every single week he lets us down. What injuries is this time? We can never rely on that guy.
Yeah,
He's unreliable.
Man United fans are done with him.
We need to get rid of him.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's unreliable. He has to go this summer. As much as I think I love him. You man see me going about Martial, Marweezy, Black Gloves. I love the guy. I think he's a fantastic footballer, but you can be as fantastic as you want, but if you're not available, then you're useless to me.
Bro, you know that NBA meme where it's Adam Silver saying, "Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy." Martial, get ready to learn Turkish, buddy.
That man and whoop him.
To flipping...
Ship him back to France. He won't survive in Turkey because the Turkish league don't want that. They don't tolerate them kind of players. They don't tolerate. You might not have ability, but if you've got work rate, they love you. But if you're there lazy, always injured, they're not going to tolerate you. You get punched up on the streets.
But yeah, I think that one is...
He's got to go.
Fernandez, people will fight you on that.
Let them fight me. I'll fight back.
People will fight us on that.
Let them fight back. I do MMA. I could fight. Sancho, Bruno, Martial, got to go. Workhorse. We should never see him in the United kit ever again in my life. Got to go. I hate to say this, but Fred's got to go. I like Fred, but he's got to go.
Nah, man.
Nah, Fred's got to go because Fred. One half he can be world class. Next half he can be. You know, I like Fred, man. We'll keep him as a squad player. I like. There's something in my heart for Fred. I like him. But McTominay's got to go.
Yeah, he's got to go.
He's got to go.
We
slightly need another centre back. Van der who? Is he still there? I completely forgot about that guy. That guy is gone. It's not that he's gone. He's gone.
Langer needs to go. Maguire needs to go.
Maguire needs to go. We need another centre back because I'm going to have to whisper this, but sometimes Varane ain't that good.
Nah.
Sometimes I think we just running that good.
Well, what I will say, he's already old. So you need to replace him anyway.
Yeah,
he's old.
We need someone who's going to replace him in the next couple of years because he's going to.
I think we need that Kim Min Jong or whatever that guy from Napoli. I'll take him to compete with Varane and Martinez. I'll take him. We need another keeper. So yeah, we need another right back because Delo isn't good enough.
Yeah,
Aaron Wan-Bissaka's not good enough.
Yep.
So yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, as good as Man United have been this season, people are talking about Ten Hag has worked magic, but yeah, we got humbled and yeah, we realized the task that's in hand, and yeah, can't wait for the summer transfer window so we can start getting more players and start getting rid of this deadwood.
Yeah, they got to go.
Before we move on, we got to talk about Liverpool because
Salah.
As terrible as Man United were, Liverpool, especially that front three, were on fire, all of them. Salah, that's the best I've seen him play in a while.
He showed me something. He showed me a new card, a new face I ain't seen from him. He was dictating play, dribbling past players. He was posting up.
Yeah.
Usually he's the goal scorer, but he was the creative hub for Liverpool, and I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, complete performance from Salah.
Yeah.
We saw it all, like you said. And yeah, Martinez, he got boy.
Bro, Martinez was going this way. Salah went this way.
He
And
dropped
he
on
ended
his
up
knee,
tripping as well.
bro. He spun him, then he made him drop. Then, fam, like he was, I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, he destroyed him for that Gakpo goal. And yeah, Cody Gakpo, great performance as well, complete performance. You know, from being a threat in behind to dropping deep, linking up, holding up play, complete performance, great finishes. He looked dangerous today. That was the best I've seen him in the Liverpool shirt.
He played well.
He played well, and Darwin Nunez as well.
I like Nunez. I keep saying it. I like the guy. I will take Nunez at United. I've been saying it from the start of the season. People are like, oh, he can't score. And I've been saying I like Nunez. He's a good player.
Yeah, Nunez
And
is a
it's
good
always
player.
been, if he sorts out his finishing, he's going to be crazy dangerous. And he's starting to sort it out. He's starting to score regularly.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's approaching 20 for the season for Liverpool.
nah.
Let's check it. Let me get the
yeah.
stats up.
Yeah, but he has been playing well. His pace is a big problem. His directness.
It's tough to deal with. It's tough to deal with.
Yeah,
He
off the
creates
ball.
chances.
Yeah, and he always makes the run. He always keeps going. Even if he misses a chance or two, he'll keep going. So yeah, respect to him. Respect to the
Who also played well? Harvey Elliott played well. Him and Salah were combining. He really impressed me today.
Yeah.
Konate too. Konate was on point.
Solid.
Yeah,
they turned up today. I'll give them that. They did turn up today.
The thing is, with Liverpool and with the way we went through their front three, especially with Gakpo and Nunez, it seems like their front three is more suited to like even teams they play with where there'll be more space in behind, more space in midfield. If they haven't really beaten, I think last couple of games, they've beaten teams that are similar or around their level. So if they had to play against like a deep block, a team that just wants to camp in and sit in, they're not really suited to that. And I can see that why they've been struggling this year.
It's true. That is 100% true. Yeah, I can see that because Nunez needs to pace to run in behind. Gakpo,
he needs space to do his thing too.
Yeah.
He's not a great dribbler. He's decent at everything.
Exactly.
He's not elite and he's elite at shooting, but that's only in the box where you get that kind of space. But then if you're playing against deep block, you're not going to get that space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's see. This could be the catalyst for Liverpool to make a top 4 challenge. You see,
I predicted they'll get top 4. I think a couple of weeks ago, actually, a couple of months ago.
I still don't think they'll do it because they'll get tired at the end of the season. The way they play, they'll get tired. That midfield is it's gonna fall apart.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, how many goals has Nunez got?
2. Well, the season it's got 12.
12.
So not quite 20, but
it's a decent return. He'll probably get 20 by the end of the season. He'll get 20 by the end of the season. I'll say that.